Hey, it's Necktie. Welcome to episode 117 of my No GPS series, and in this one we're taking a Cat D5 dozer to Ardmore, Oklahoma. Let's get into it. So you last saw me here at the True Form, I think, whatever it is. However, as you can see, this is yellow because I have a new trailer. Finally got a load out of here on the Pinga Globe trailer. So that's why this is yellow, because I had to drive over here, assign the trailer to me, drive back over here to get loaded. Now we're headed down to Ardmore. I'm fairly certain if I was using a GPS, it would take me this way on 40 down 35, because that would be the quick way. I don't know if this is any shorter or not, but this is where we're going because I don't want to discover Oklahoma City. So we're basically going to backtrack, come down 183, US 62 East, and then I have to stay straight into Lawton, and then take a right at the Alamo intersection is what I called it. And then we're going to bring that down to Lee Boulevard again. And then we're going to hang a left on that. That turns into Oklahoma 7. And then we're going to get on US 81 South. Fun fact, US 81 goes through my hometown in South Dakota, which is way up here. All right, and then we're taking US 81 South to US 70 East. And we're basically staying on that. We're going to pass the I-35 interchange and then first left, hopefully. That is the plan, anyway. And here's where I had to load. That's our D5. This damn camera. Okay, so it's going to zoom in because of the building. Anyway, you can basically understand what I had to do there. Turn around. Holy shit. Let's just get in the truck. Alright, and I'm not resetting the odometer since I didn't sleep. What happened to my clock? It's no longer a digital clock. So there was an update to the Pisner. There's actually keys now for the truck, the Wade, and the Rogers. So I downloaded that earlier today, and this is the first time I've actually been in to see. I know that there's more CB options. Alright, how about we just shut up and drive? Why? I don't know what the hell I was doing to where shit got out of sync, but anyway. It was. We're good now. Yeah, I know there was some CB options added, but I didn't know there was gauge changes. And I don't know if I can get the digital clock back or not, but I kind of like the digital clock over there. But anyway, if not, it is what it is. Or maybe it's a dash option now, I don't know. Anyway, other than that, I don't know what I'm going to talk about in this episode other than probably mental health, because mine, well, quite honestly, I feel like it sucks. And I don't know, I've been taking that Wellbutrin shit for just over a week now. I don't know if that's even long enough to get in your system and do anything. I don't know. But for example, today, like, I don't even, and I'll be honest, I don't even feel like recording this right now. And fact of the matter is, I don't feel like doing anything. So it's not just that I don't feel like recording this. I don't even know if I would be playing another game at the moment if I wasn't recording this. And I don't know why that is, and I hate when I get like that, because that's normally not me. And I was talking to management about that today. How when I was on the truck, like, my Saturdays were busy. And we haven't changed our routine, which I know having a routine, force protection wise and all that stuff, is not a good thing to do, but we basically go to breakfast every Saturday morning. and then we'll go get groceries. And then when I would come home, I would finish the laundry because I had to get the truck ready to go. And, you know, vacuum the house, do whatever, get all that shit done, right? Because I was leaving out 6 o'clock Sunday morning. Okay, I'm just gonna start cutting these cars off because I'm tired of waiting. But, like, recently, I don't... It's weird how I have all the time in the world now because I don't have to... I don't leave the house, right? So I don't have to go do that. So you would think I would have more time to get shit done. But I don't. And then I'll get to the point where, like, for example, today, like, oh, I can just vacuum tomorrow. Well, I know what's going to happen. If I don't get up and vacuum immediately, I'm going to get sidetracked doing something else. Possibly with this game or another game. And then the house isn't going to get vacuumed. And then I'm going to get pissed because the house didn't get vacuumed. So I don't know. It's a weird... it's a weird conundrum, I guess. And I don't know if other people can relate to this or not, but... And I'll also be honest with you, because I haven't lied to you yet since I started this channel, so why start now? But I've recently been second-guessing doing this whole YouTube thing as well. Because I'm not so sure that I'm cut out to do this because I care too much about shit. Like, I can't just sit down and record a video and put it out there. And somebody's like, well, why can't you do that? Because I'm too freaking anal and particular about shit. And the fact of the matter is, I critique a shit ton of people's videos that I watch now that I'm like, why would you even waste your time putting that out? Right? Or they're doing a tutorial or something and they're fumbling on their words and they get something wrong. Instead of just cutting that out, they keep that in there, and it's like, what is going wrong? Okay, I need 62. East. Wait a minute, that's not it. I need to go straight. I forgot this was an interchange. Because I was talking and telling a story. Yeah, and then the other thing is, since I put out that I'm going to do a live stream on October 15th, I'm already freaking paranoid and stressed out about that. And the reason I'm stressed out and paranoid about that is because I have to update the wife's game. Because she hasn't played in a while. So I got to get all of her shit squared away to 148. And then it's going to be her, Chris, and I, as of right now, convoying. So then I have to try and get all three of us to where all the mods are exactly the same. Because you can't just convoy in this game. And somebody's going to be like, well, use Truckers MP. I don't want to use base game shit, okay? So that's a personal choice. I get that. But even that, it shouldn't be that freaking hard to play multiplayer or play with people you want to play with in today's day and age. I mean, hell, Fortnite's a free game to play. You can play that on whatever you want to play on. Xbox, PC, PlayStation. You can all play together and just hop on and play. But this one, mods have to be named the same exact thing. They have to have the same... we're not going to Rogers, so I just need to stay here. Same version, same all sorts of shit. And now with Pizder having a key, if all three of us want to use the Pizder, we're going to have to share our keys. So does that mean now we're going to have 3 key files in the mods to... See what I'm saying? It's just, this is the type of shit that stresses me out and then makes this not fun. For me, anyway. And then the other thing I thought about is, well, shit, well, maybe I'll just, you know, start streaming every day. Like 10 a.m. to, I don't know, 4 or 5 p.m. I think that's the Ashley Furniture Store. And there's the Alamo, so I need to hang her right at this light. Why are we stopped here, sir? I guess that's a good excuse. What the hell was I just talking about? Oh, streaming. Yeah, I thought about doing that. Just, you know, turn on the camera and making it like a, I don't know, like a 9 to 5 sort of thing. But then I don't know what I would do. And then if I'm streaming every day, I damn sure I'm not doing videos every day. That just ain't happening. Especially if I'm streaming for that many hours. But I don't look at myself as an entertainer. And then the other thing is about streaming, I'm not gonna have like 2 to 3 webcams when I stream. Because me personally, I don't like that shit when I'm watching other people stream. Because it takes away from what I'm watching. I don't need to see their gear shifter and their wheel and all of that crap. And honestly, I don't even need to see their face. Now, if it's a game like, I don't know, Fortnite, Call of Duty or whatever, and in between matches how they switch to like the chat screen where they're full screen while they're waiting for the next, okay, that's fine, that's cool, right? Gets a little more personal that way because now you're actually talking to the person or chatting with the person, whatever. But yeah, I've never liked that shit on the screen. And maybe it's because I'm freaking old. I'm gonna be 50 in December. So I don't know. I'm just letting you know what's in my brain most days. Alright, so is this Lee Boulevard now? I think it is. There's the Lawton Tower. Let me hop out here. And no, SCS decided not to put the sign on the street. Or the stoplight post, cross member, whatever the hell it's called. But yeah, bottom line is I don't know. The other thing, which I've talked about before, is do I need to do a video a day? No, I don't, but when you do a series like this that I'm doing, I mean, shit, this is already episode 117. Now imagine if I was doing like an episode a week or 2 episodes a week. How many years it would take to do what I'm doing in this series by taking a load to or out of every base game city, right? Now, if I did more than one video or like did 2 videos a week, could they be hour-long videos? Could they be longer? Yeah, I guess they could. Or if I went more towards streaming and then kept those streams up as videos after the fact, well, now you got like 4 or 5 hours long. And then do I just do this? There's that fire department I was telling you about. Apparently if you pull that up on Google Maps, it's a pretty damn good representation. Yeah, so then if I did streaming, do I just morph this series into the stream. Like, for example, you're watching this video on Sunday, so Monday I start streaming. Monday through Friday, let's say, from 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to, I don't know, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, something like that. All right, now we should be on, that was Lee Boulevard. Wait a minute. I just messed up. Because I wanted to take a left on Lee Boulevard. That wasn't Lee Boulevard. That I was on. Yeah, right at Alamo, left on Lee Boulevard. Okay. And I believe by looking at this, we're going to end up out in the middle of nowhere. So I am just going to spin around here while I can. That's what happens when I start talking. Blow it out your ass. And then I sidetracked myself what I was talking about too. Oh, the whole, 10 to 5 streaming. I would have to morph this into that. Because I'm not going to stream for that many hours a day and then eat dinner and come back in here to record a video and edit a video. Does that make sense? Now, do some people do that? I'm sure they do. More power to them. Do some people do that have editing teams? Absolutely they do, because they have editing teams. So all they have to do is sit there and stream, and their editing team makes videos off that content. And again, I'm not trying to be the next big thing, whatever that is. I'm just doing this for fun, to give me something to do, to get my thoughts out there, to, as I've said before, to give you guys a outlet to come to. And you can listen to my dumb ass and realize that, wow, your life really isn't that bad, because I'm pretty fucked up in the head. Which, I mean, let's be honest, we all are a little bit, right? We're all a little bit messed up. Alright, there's 44, so now we're gonna be, this will turn into US 7, or not US 7, Oklahoma 7. Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, not that we're already all a little messed up, but then you just have how society is nowadays and how divisive everything's become, and it just, I think about that shit too. And I was talking to Mike Jr. about this in Discord the other day, that like I haven't watched the news in I don't know how many years. Three or four at least. Whenever we decided to get rid of cable because it cost too much, but now we subscribe to all this other stuff, which is probably more than what we were paying for cable to begin with. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I haven't watched the news in 3 years. And I don't like watching the news, even when it's on at the little diner we go to for breakfast on Saturdays. Because it's the same shit. It's nothing different than YouTube, really. It's all about bullshit titles and stuff and thumbnails that will get you to click, right? Well, same way with the frickin' news. It's like the whole shock and awe type of shit. And I think I need to turn here. Yeah, 81 south. And then I need not get hit by this truck. Okay, so now that we're on 81 south, left on US 70 east. But yeah, just, I mean, and it's almost like nobody can think for themselves or anything like that. I mean, everybody has a freaking computer nowadays in their hand that is extremely powerful, and you have Google and you have all this shit, but nobody can do any research for themselves, right? They watch whatever news source it is, and then take it as at that they know what they're talking about. And I'm not even gonna get political about shit, but because honestly, I don't even know where the hell I'm at politically anymore. I just wish shit would get back to the way it was, right? Ardmore, 40 miles. But fact of the matter is that shit ain't gonna happen. And then you have all this AI bullshit out there. And if you really want to have your mind blown, watch some YouTube videos on AI, on how you could start a YouTube channel and not really do anything and just have AI do every single thing for you. Like write the script, all sorts of shit. Like that's some scary shit. And it's only gonna get worse. And some of you can say that I have a tinfoil hat on and conspiracy theory, like, oh, alright, whatever. I don't call it conspiracy theory, I call it having fucking common sense. Which isn't very common nowadays. For example, this week we decided not to go get groceries. We decided to put the order in and have them do it for us, so we just did a pickup, right? Now, if somebody had lettuce on their list, and before you bust my balls about buying vegetables that way, just bear with me for a moment, right? So if somebody has shredded lettuce on their list, you know, the shredded bags, or the bags of shredded lettuce, and you're shopping for somebody, would you not shop the way you would shop for shit? So, for example, would you grab a bag of completely brown or red lettuce, or that's getting that way? Or would you try and find a better bag? And if there wasn't a better bag, would you just say, hey, we can't, you know what I mean? No, not these people. They're just like, oh, not my problem. They ordered lettuce, here you go. Well, then what happens? It gets home and then I throw it in the trash can. Could I take it back and get my money back? Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. I'm not going through all that, right? But that's one of those common sense things. Common sense would say, get a decent bag of freaking lettuce. You know what I mean? Alright, Ardmore. We need to go past I-35. I mean, there's plenty more examples. I could, like... Sorry, concentrating. So I need the first left after this interchange. This is going to be the turn for 35 north. Well, actually, it's off to the right because it's one of those. Alrighty. And then it appears there's going to be a stoplight for us. Yeah, I know I've been kind of all over the place in this episode, but I think that's kind of how they're going to be going forward, is just me recording and talking, because that's the other thing that I struggle with making these videos, is I will get shit figured out, like the whole load issue that took me way longer than it probably should have, but I'm trying to do something specific, so I get that it's going to be a pain in the ass. Still frustrates the hell out of me, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. Get it. But then I get everything ready for the episode, and instead of just hitting record and going with it, right? Now in my mind, I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about? I need to be interesting. I need to be this. I need to be that. Because then I'll look at analytics of videos, which, oddly enough, episode 115, I believe, has like over 200 views at this point. It's like sitting #1 in my latest 10 uploads. But the average view duration's 3 minutes. Like, what? So that's the other thing. I don't even know if people are watching this shit half the time. And I know I should probably just delete YouTube Studio off my phone. I get it. But there's no way around it, because when you upload shit on like a video, you have to use YouTube Studio on your computer to do it, and you're gonna see the shit anyway. I don't know, it's just a damn mess. And I know I put way too much damn thought into it, but that's because I care. And I'm not saying that other people don't care. I'm very particular about my shit. That's the best way I can say it. Alright, where do you want us? I can honestly say it's been a minute since I've been to this prefab. When was the last time I was in this? Oh, I don't know if I was actually in this prefab in ATS. Because I am fairly certain, ETS2 players back me up here, I am fairly certain this is an ETS2 prefab. That's where I remember it from. The live streams. Now, again, I could be wrong, but I don't... And if it is in this game, I don't remember what state it's in. Because it's not very prevalent. Or common, I guess, like the others are. Wow, how did you screw that up, Ty? I screwed that up pretty good. We got the green light, but let me straighten this out. And then let me hop back in the truck so I can actually do this properly instead of... Yeah, and to put a bow on the mental health aspect of this, I have a, let me go ahead and reset that odometer first. I have a mental health appointment on the 29th, so Tuesday, and I'm going to ask her about this whole motivation thing. Or lack thereof. Where the hell are we at? Ardmore. Alrighty, folks, so Ardmore is gone. That is 167. So let's do the thing by resetting the time to 05. Beautiful, got that. Sorry about hitting the mic. And then let's see what the current company job offers are. And ideally, I would even take Texarkana from here. We have a Dallas, we have an Enid, which is up there. This is Idabel. So we're definitely not going to Idabel. And we're definitely not going to... Oh, there is an Idabel. Well, I stand corrected, folks. Because in 118, we're going to Idabel with the Tiger Cat 855D. And I'm going to tell you right now, at the end of 118, if there isn't shit going to Texarkana, I'm just driving to Texarkana. Because again, why the hell they added Texarkana, Texas in with Oklahoma is beyond me, because Arkansas isn't even next. Kansas is. Again, this is the type of shit that drives me nuts. I know. Anyway, Idabel, let's get loaded. Boom. And there you go, folks. The Tiger Cat 855D. For those that don't know, this little thing grabs trees, and then that little silver thing cuts them. So you could call it a tree cutter if you wanted. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, episode 117 comes to an end. If you made it this far in my TED Talk, I appreciate you. And until the next one, y'all take care. Bye.